all the poop from 2 days. There's a lot of hay mixed in here, a little food, but no. So 2 of these for sure, compost. As you guys can see, I took a lot of them out of here. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot right here. I just put that down to figure out there's 2 feeders. I'd say there's closer to closer to 70. Kind of hard to count them though. All right, guys. So I'm doing a. What's that noise? Oh, my dog stepped on a thorn. I think. Let me check it. Let me check it. Come here. Come here. Must be allergic to hay because seems like every time I'm outside, dry throat. I noticed that when I'm editing my videos, that I'm always got like a dry cough. But I've done an allergy test where they stick you on the back, all those little puncture or whatever it is on your back. Yeah, nothing showed any allergies. I don't know how that works, but anyways, I'm gonna try to be more mindful of that. But I have some clamps right here. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm trying to clean up, trying to build a little quail cage. Sorry, up the nose. I know I've had comments before. I'm trying to make a quail cage and trying to do everything in the morning before I go to work, so it's kind of a pain. Got other stuff that happens. But what I have here is a nesting box that I built. And if you go back to one of my first videos, I was working on a chicken tractor. It was on a trailer, and I was building nesting boxes on a trailer, and I never finished it. I ended up selling the trailer, taking the boxes off. Well, here are those boxes that I've moved around, and chickens never really used them where I had them, so they were free range though. So what I'm doing is I'm using these chicken boxes. You can see hen nesting boxes that I had dividers in them to make 4 boxes on each one. I got one down there. So now what I'm doing is I'm framing this in sorta with some 1x. I'll brace it up. All right, little braces on the bottom. And also I'm using this material that I have just laying around, scraps, so I don't have to go buy any for now. So this is gonna be a one-of-a-kind plan. Not really a plan, I'm throwing it together because I have a plan in my head and how I want to build some cages. But for now, these are going to be 4 breeder boxes, breeder cages. I'm going to keep one divider in the center, and that'll split it in half. This will be a cage bottom floor. I use like probably the green stuff, mesh. I'll do like a wider mesh on the top, on the sides and top, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on the back, but I'm gonna do a double stack. And then for these, I'm just gonna use some kind of, I'll make my own trays. I mean, probably a single tray, hopefully, to catch the manure. And then, but for now, yeah, I'm gonna mount this bottom one up. I don't have it set. I don't have a distance in between what I'm gonna do yet. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I made it around 6 foot high. So just cause I don't like bending over to deal with anything. So I'm just keeping it at shoulder height or eye level here. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to put 3 on here, but I'm just gonna get one mocked up with some clamps that I just got from Lowe's, or I don't know where I got them. All I'm doing is clamping it up and with whatever I have. I'm just kind of getting an idea of where it's gonna lay. These aren't screwed in, so I'll have to pop a couple screws out and then figure out how much of a gap I want. Now, I still have the option to build a rollout tray if I leave enough angle. I don't have to go too far, but you notice this actually has a angle on it right now, but picture that up here. And now you got a rollout tray, so when they're laying, the eggs will just roll out, so I'll have to extend something, build something out a little bit further just for the eggs to roll out into, so I can just come up and grab them. So basically I just kind of marked it right there, and then I screwed this part in from the inside, and then used it as like a hinge or a joint. And yeah, so now all I have to do is screw that on and go out, mark the other side, do the same thing. Make sure the boards are the same length. Cut probably 2 more, I guess. I don't know yet. 1, 2, yeah, probably 2 more. And then we'll be good to go. And that'll give me, I'll figure out exactly how far I want to have for space, which honestly, that don't look too bad. Obviously this part's gonna have to come up once I figure out where I want this, because another manure tray is gonna sit here. So I just want room to be able to come in here. This will, I'll have to squat down a little bit to deal with it, but I'm not going all the way to the floor like some cages are. I want them up high. And this is just perfect. I mean, a little overhead, but perfect. You guys can see here the gap between the, see they're all kind of resting in there, between the tray, the poop tray and the next cage. So this bottom of this is basically in line with the floor. So you can kind of tell how much space they have on this one. All right, so what I did on Google, I hope that's not too big, but if it is, I can fix it. According to what I read, which I'm already wrong again. Basically, you want 1 inch of drop per foot for a quail rollout, I guess. Now, this piece right here is about close to 2 feet, I think. It's roughly close to 2 feet. So what I did was just measured from the top here. Yeah, so the top here, just laid it across just, roughly to the end of this board, which got me at close to 16. So I actually need to come up a little bit. And then basically I'm gonna measure from this down. It's showing 13.5 inches. So I need to be about 15.5. All right, let's see what we got going so far. I got a rollout tray, should be good enough. Thing looks okay. I got a little gap right here, but I'm not worried about the quail. They're not gonna get through there. Both sides are gonna be breeders' cages, so they won't go through there. This, I'm not worried about quail getting through here. I might actually put an opening in this with a little slide door, just in case I want to use it for a breeder, or not a breeder, just an egg production. just want to make it versatile. So I cut a little door in here, just easy swing open door, even with like a big hole saw or something, and then allow them access to both sides when if I'm not using it as a breeder cage. The bottom here, I didn't glue anything. The bottom here is removable, some screws. I just kind of built it in place, so it's not gonna be the easiest to remove everything, but it's strong enough for quail. Even that's pretty solid, but I could take that out and redo that, which I'm going to anyways, kind of build my door in. So this will end up coming out. And I'll probably do the doors on, I'm not sure what side yet, if I'll do them on the outsides or in the middle. I don't know yet. And then, well, probably the middle. If I'm gonna put a door in here, I wanna be able to access the door easier. And so everything looks good with the rollout portion. Trying to think of if I'm gonna put anything. I probably have to put a support in this floor just to, support the wire that I'm gonna put down. Another thing is I may, now that this is built in, I may, just thinking as I go here, guys, remove this now and brace it up when I remove it, and then have it out, put my wire on, and then screw it back on. But for now, this is nice and set. I can put a roof on it if I want. I'll figure out where I'm gonna put my watering. I'll probably do a feeder right here, in like a double PVC with 2 water cups. Put 2 water cups here, feeder here. And that way I'll just put a bucket up here, and it'll provide, and I'll do the same bottom. It'll be a mirror image. So I'll just route the PVC down to 8 water cups, and then I'll get 4 J feeders probably, and yeah, I'll be good to go. I'm probably thinking about what I'm gonna do for the bottom. The more you bolt onto it, the more it's stable it gets, but thinking if I'm gonna put some rollers on it or something. Not sure. I wanna be able to move it outside and roll it around. So dependent on what kind of tray I use, or what I'm gonna make here, it's gonna determine the distance here. Also for the sides, I'm gonna put like a filler board in right here, and I'm not gonna do that till after I put my mesh on, my hardware cloth. So what I will do is, it's gonna be a pain, but I have these screwed in random places. I'm gonna unscrew the bottom, now that I got it all fitted in there. I will unscrew it, piece it back together, measure out everything, write it down, and I'll build another one just like it for the bottom cage, and then I'll put the hardware cloth on and then put it back on, and then I'll put my side pieces on just to fill that gap. I'm gonna leave that middle part, and then we should be good to go. And I'll put a cross brace in right here in the center of each side, just to strengthen it. We should be good to go. Yeah, so 3 inches for the plastic cages. This one's sitting around 4. Between this and this, the top of this. So I could go up a smidge, and it'll just be like an inch. So, I mean, it'll help a little bit, I guess. I just don't like bending down. Oh yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be putting the mesh underneath too, but we'll have to see. But yeah, tomorrow I'll stop and get some, I'll order some feedings I need for the water cups and all that. Look at the J feeders, see what they have. That might determine what I do on this for the cross bracing. And then otherwise I might build a feeder. For this one I'm just putting it together. It'll be a one of a kind, I guess. And maybe I'll just keep making it. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. But that's all I have for today. It's my Friday. And I gotta go to work. So I'll get these batteries back on the charger and check the animals one more time before I get ready, and we'll be good to go. And then tomorrow I will probably finish this cage out. I'll put the rest of the birds. I'll clean out that trough that they're in. There's probably like 70 to 75 birds in there. Once they're out of there, I'll clean it out. And should have enough room to house everybody for now.